What is up, my Dama nerds? I am excited, as I say at the beginning of every goddamn episode. I am super excited for this episode, and I am super excited for this episode. Episode 41 of Dama Nerds. Oh my gosh, I can't even. My name is MJ, one of your hosts, always accompanied by my buddy Rod. Dama over there. The new, like, what, 5 kilograms lighter?
Yeah, and I still never weighed them, so we don't have a number on that yet. But yeah, new and improved Rod. What's up, nerds? How y'all doing? Hope y'all are ready to fucking get strapped in for another good sesh, because we know we got another good guest. But you know what? Before we get too carried away, yeah, we gotta tell the nerds what day it is.
Gotta remind everyone what day it is, because sometimes even me and Rod forget. Everyone.
Not sometimes.
Every time.
Almost every time.
It is Wednesday, September 2nd, 9:59 in the AM in the JP time. What does that mean? That means the Japan time, because that's where I'm located. But we have a tri-effect going on right now.
Oh yeah.
Where each of us are connecting through computers, through satellites. You understand what I'm even fucking saying. Turner goddamn Thorne is in the virtual studio with us. Turner, what is up?
What is up, guys? Happy to be here.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh my god.
Good to have you, buddy.
Yeah.
So stoked for Turner, for you to be on the show, because I'm like, if people listen to the past episodes, I got into kendama through watching, or I got even more into kendama from watching Matt Ballard's like Where We Are, Count Me In videos. And you had a nice segment in, what was it, in Where We Are?
Yeah, Where We Are.
Right, where they came, they hung out with you, you know. They mentioned TJ and Christian, but it kind of focused around you.
I think I kind of started it, and then there was the generations to follow. So
yeah.
Young guys.
That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
But that was so having you on the show. We're gonna go deep, talking about a lot of different shit. But first, dude, just what is up? How are you now? What's up in your life now? What's good?
It's everything's good, man. I'm loving life. I'm actually I live on the border of Idaho and Wyoming. So I live in like the Teton Valley. Small town, like one stoplight, like up in the mountains.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's tiny. Yeah, it's crazy. But I'm good. I'm working ski patrol up at the resort.
Oh, there you go. I was about to ask, you're still skiing. There you go. You're ski patrol. Do you have like a rifle or something? A trank gun?
I was gonna say we need to make it clear. Definitely not a cop.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, ski patrol is essentially just the medics. Like we're avalanche control and responders. So,
so what is the best thing that we can do if an avalanche? I said that really weird. If an avalanche is coming down on us, you're skiing down the mountain, having a good old time with your buddies. Fucking avalanche happens. I've heard that like you want to try to put your skis in the air so they stick out of the snow or some shit.
If you're already in that position, you've done a lot of things wrong to begin with.
Yeah.
But essentially just keep your head up. If you can keep your head out of the snow, that's because your airway is like the number one, like that stuff. Snow, once it stops, it acts like cement. It's just like,
So what should it be like put your hands around your head to kind of like make
making a space for your airways, like,
right.
That's and then getting skis off and up. That way your friends can find you. But
I feel like that's like a really hard thing to do, though. Like if you're getting hit by an avalanche, how the fuck? I'm just gonna stand here, hold this ski, and the avalanche will go around me, right?
Yeah, no, there's nothing you can do in that regard.
You're tumbling and shit.
Yeah, you're a fucking wet noodle in a pile of snow. Like just,
it's not a good spot. Not a good spot.
Hell no. Hell yeah. So man, so you're ski patrolling. Is that like your day in, day out? Like that's what you do every day, kind of thing? Is you're ski patrolling, and then when you're not patrolling, you're just shredding, or what?
Yeah, every day. So when I first got here, I did a couple of years of park crew, so building the terrain park, and then got my medical credentials stuff and just did all that training and got in. And so yeah, my workday week, I ski patrol, and then in the summer we do bike patrol. So we have downhill mountain biking, like all
shit.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna ask, you're mountain bike patrol right now, or are you ski patrol right now?
Mountain bike patrol, but we did get snow yesterday. So
oh shit! So
I know,
a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, or what? Do they let you just go up with a board if there's just a little snow, if you're willing to send it?
No, it's just a dust. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
And why not?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Well, shit. So you do the mountain biking shit too, the downhill stuff too? Do you do it as well?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like my summer thing. Like if I'm not working, I'm out riding downhill or
hell yeah,
or enduro riding.
That shit looks fun. It looks a little sketchy though. You got to really have your shit on point. Otherwise, you're gonna go off some sketchy little log and into a million trees, plinko your ass down the fucking hill.
Yeah, the margin of error is pretty small, and it keeps us in business. That's for sure.
Hell yeah.
Man, now even now in these times.
Yeah, man, we've actually had we haven't got our final numbers yet for the end of the season, but it's the busiest summer on record.
Whoa.
We don't Americans, fucking American. I don't know.
Yeah, they don't care. But I guess
saying let's go on vacation. So.
Yeah. But I guess it doesn't sound like so bad. You're not in a major city location.
Yeah. So it's nice that we're kind of separated. Everything's outside, small town, but yeah.
Ooh. Yo, Rod, do you ski a lot? I mean, no, you're from Canada and shit, but like seeing those dreads whip down a hill, it just doesn't really go.
I whipped those fuckers down a hill or two, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I actually haven't been snowboarding in a while. And I've always been more of a snowboarder than a skier. I've done both, but snowboarding is just appeals to me more for whatever reason. Probably because I'm a skater.
Yeah.
And it just feels right. I don't know why, but anyway, I haven't really gone in the last couple of years. I've been really busy. Like in Japan, I was doing Dama travel shit. So the one day I did have a chance where a bunch of homies were going, I couldn't go. I forget why. And then this year with the COVID shit, everything kind of shut down early. Yeah. Rick was going to get me a pass because he was working the same shit doing park crew up at Mount Seymour. And I was going to go with him in the squad a couple times. And then it just never worked out before the whole COVID shit happened. So I'm still rolling around on the skateboard though. So.
Dude, I thought the same thing with the whole, like being a skateboarder, it transitioning to snowboarding. I thought that was going to be easy, but it totally was not the case. Like I grew up skateboarding. My dad grew up skiing, and he would always bring me and the family out going skiing and shit. And so, when I was little, I was skiing, and then snowboarding became like a more popular thing, more common and stuff. And I was already skateboarding, so my dad saw that like I wasn't too enthusiastic. I didn't enjoy skiing really. So, and he was fucking good. He's like from the 70s. He had his 70s fucking tight ass suit, like fucking flying down, huge ass like toque beanie, dude. He was really good. So, he didn't want to hang out with me when I was little, like going down fucking pizza. What was it? Fucking pizza French fry shit?
Pizza fries, pizza fries.
And so he's like, oh, you skateboard. Okay, let's try snowboarding. And I was like, all right, let's try this. Not fucking idea, everyone. No, I'm stuck to the board. Like that was the best thing about, which I didn't realize until then. That was the best thing about skateboarding. I could fucking jump off.
Too. That's how I feel.
Yeah, but here I'm stuck in like the position of your feet. I'm like, it feels like a little bigger than like wider than I would be on a skateboard. It's less comfortable. The whole heel toe shit. Oh man, I think heel side I was good, but toe side, like I fell every fucking time. I tried it like 4 seasons, dude, 4 years in a row. My dad kept on taking me. I was like, all right, let me try it again. Like with an instructor for a bit, trying on my own, but still just never got the hang of it. And then like, I was like, all right, whatever. Like I felt like I was more comfortable with skis. Like I could control it more. Than being sideways. So I was like, fucking let's revert back to skis. And that's when like, dudes, what are they called? Those short skis. Snowblades. That's when that was kicking in. So my friends,
I think primarily they're just called dangerous. But, speaking of dads ripping down the fucking hill, I heard from a little birdie on the interwebs that we're in the virtual presence of the son of a world champion skier. Yeah, am I correct?
That's true. Yeah.
Nice.
My dad was, I want to say 73 or 75 world mogul champion. So he was a mogul skier.
I think it was 73 in the video. I think it was 73. Yeah. That video with when the bear attacks you at the end and TJ looks all fucking confused.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What's it called? 4 minutes of fame, and that old guy fucking calls you the world champion 18 times before you're like, I'm actually not the world champion.
We didn't discuss this beforehand.
We literally don't even have a world championship yet. Like there was
at that time. Yeah,
that was in 2012, right?
Yeah. So it was before.
So technically it was just the World
it?
Kendama Open, the JKA.
Oh, that's
one.
right.
So
right. Which, I mean, wasn't as
so
then
accessible.
You kind of were correct, Turner, because you corrected the guy and was like, it's in Japanese, like someone in Japan, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that was funny. I didn't expect to see TJ in it when I was watching it. I actually remember I watched it forever ago, but I haven't seen it in who knows how many years.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at some old Turner stuff today and just figured I'd poke that one on, and there we go.
Right.
There's a bear doing an earth turn to his mouth, and this bear just tackles you, and you like TJ looks like it. It's actually he's actually worried. So like I'm curious, like what's up with that bear?
How did
you
the
know
bear
the bear?
Yeah.
That was like a local ski shop guy. His name was Bob, and he was just like this quirky guy. He would interview just like random people throughout the community, and he had like his house was just like a bunch of like, I don't know. He was just a very eccentric person. He had like costumes, and like he was in charge of like the youth group, and he was really involved with like everything. I don't know. So the bear, I don't know.
He's a clown. Yeah.
He's a crazy guy, but he ran the ski shop in Tahoe, and he was just like, what if we have a bear attack you? And both me and TJ, I remember correctly, were just like, all right.
All right.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Oh, that's good. Hell yeah. I liked the shot. They had a shot of your dad in there too when you're talking about your dad being the champ, and he's almost exactly what MJ was just describing of his dad.
My dad,
like the yellow
70s.
Suit, the fuck. Except your dad had that like flowing hair.
Yeah, he had the hair.
Yeah, he didn't have no toque on. He was fucking
no. but had the mustache. That was another 70s thing. Yeah, all our dads had mustaches.
Yeah. I actually just shaved mine. I had one not long ago.
Dude, you were after you cut your locks off, you had a pretty gnarly mustache going.
I had a good one for a little bit, but
right. It's not good for the ski rangers. They're like, you got to get rid of that, like a fucking firefighter.
We were calling it the M95 for a little bit. So the M95.
Yeah, right. Yeah, keeping that mask on, dude. That shit is the worst. Having this long mustache. I'm sure like any like long facial hair. Yeah.
Man, I see some dudes with the beard down to their fucking nips, like just a massive beard, and they got just this tiny little mask on for fucking dear life on the front of their face.
It kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah. Well, like I remember like doing a lot of plumbing stuff where they would get me to wear like a respirator, right? When you're doing like welding and shit like that. And it's like, if you're wearing a respirator, you have to shave. Otherwise it doesn't get a good seal.
Right.
So that might be something to take into account with this whole mask thing.
Yeah.
Coming from a guy with a beard.
Well, before we started up there for the summer, they like test fitted us to make sure our masks fit. So that's why you can only have certain facial hair. There's mustache.
Yes.
Chops down to the side.
Yeah, it has to be like not interfering with that like seal line, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh damn, man! So you're up in the mountains doing all this mountain biking and skiing and shit. So where does kendama fit into all of that?
We have kendamas up at our patrol shacks. They're in the park crew shack. Like everywhere I've worked, I've brought them with me. So we've got everyone up there like into it, and I try to play every day. Every morning with my coffee, especially on my days off, I'll grab it and just jam. And it's in my everyday life for sure. It's just not quite filming. I think that's where the really changed is.
Do you feel like you would like to film again?
I might, yeah. I need to get my whole setup going again. I gotta find my GoPro, but yeah, like there's definitely like while I'm jamming, I'm like, oh shit, that's a good idea. So I have like a notebook where I've like written down like a couple trick ideas that, in the future, I think I'd be stoked to put something out.
Hell yeah.
So it's not over. It's just, it's just, I think I'm at like a really happy point with it. It's like, it's almost like when I first found it. It's like every time I pick it up, I'm just like stoked to like.
Yeah. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Just because you're not filming and grinding tricks out for the whole world to see doesn't mean you're not enjoying kendama for what it is, right?
Exactly. Yep. And I think it took me a long time to figure that out. I was like, I thought grinding tricks is what I enjoyed, and I was like, no, like just chilling and like basic.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think it's like it gets harder too from a person like who, like you especially, who like you've been around since the beginning essentially and had a pro model since the beginning. Like you've been like somebody who a lot of the community has looked up to and watched your videos and grew off of that, right? And so like for someone like that to be like, I'm not going to film anymore. Like I can relate to that where you're just kind of like, oh, but I should film. Like, should I?
Yeah. You know, there's a sense of like, pressure because
it was a lot of back and forth, and it was hard to like get to that point of like, I like want to film, but I don't. And then just like the idea of, I don't know, just like enjoying it more when I wasn't filming. I was like, I feel like I'm all pressured to hit tricks, then I just enjoy it more from chilling and hang with homies. And I think that's why I like the van jams and like all that stuff the most, is because it's such a cool atmosphere. I don't know.
Oh, totally. I mean, ultimately, that is why we all got into kendama in the first place, right? Is to just hang out with your homies and play Dama, whether it's with your homies or just play Dama by yourself, just to challenge yourself and have a little fun, you know?
Right. Yeah.
That is why we all picked it up in the first place. And that's why we all still continue to come together, competition or not.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
So there ain't nothing wrong with taking a little step back and just going back to the roots.
Yeah. That's something in our talks with Ballard. He also mentioned how he was stepped away from it for a while, but then, he just fucking set up the camera one time because just like you, Turner, he was still playing every day, but he's like, all right, let me just like film a clip. But he had this like almost like an epiphany of how this is like all it should be, like me just enjoying it, even if there's a camera, if there's not a camera, but just now there happens to be a camera and I happen to post it. And I don't have to worry about like it being the best trick. But I definitely feel like you were mentioning, Rod, like all you dudes, like you, Turner, like you created so many tricks back in the day. Like the huge flow master, like everyone looked at you and was like, even just like your style, you had the long hair, you had like that, all the huge what was it, double, triple XL saga stuff?
They're teased to the knees, that's for sure. I don't know.
Right, you definitely had like a style, and that was something I think people gravitated towards because like right then in kendama there was no style of like what you could wear, or like kind of like a place to fit in. Skaters was already like, that was a thing, like you could choose kind of, you're like a punk skater, or you're like more baggy, wearing Janko kind of skater with the chain and shit. So you definitely stood out in the crowd of those first few kendama players that were coming out, and to just have someone like you so big just almost disappear. I'm sure, like, you're saying, of like, just like what happened, and but I'm sure you feel pressure, and like that's what Ballard was saying, like pressure, and same with Keith Matsumoto, like he was also saying that too, where it's like you reach like almost like a breaking point with kendama.
Yeah, and I wouldn't necessarily say it was just kendama, but so I had recently like just lost like my best friend. He passed away in a car accident. And then I was going through a move and a breakup, and like and that happened like 2 or 3 days after we lost my buddy, and it was all just like, whoa, everything came to a head at once. And and I just needed like time for mental health and to step away and like just cope with all that myself. And it was hard to just like be like, oh yeah, I need to like be the face of a brand and like and so that's kind of where I stepped away, and I was just like, oh, I'll just step away for like a month and like reflect. And then I don't know, I got back into the mountains and started skiing again, and started like, I don't know, I just started falling in love with like playing kendama for myself and skiing and biking. I don't know, just kind of, found why I did it in the first place. But never meant to just like fully fall off. I meant to like come back. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just be gone for like a month, and then I'll put out some more content. And then it just kind of felt natural to just kind of just be chilling. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like you were just like sitting there doing nothing. Like you were saying, like you were working on yourself. You're working on you're doing other things, right? You're doing skiing and mountain biking and just like personal care. There's nothing wrong with a little self-care. Yeah. Whether you have to take a step back to do so or not is up to you. But I mean, whatever you got to do to keep yourself fucking being yourself, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I don't know, that's kind of what I figured. I was like, I'm just going to focus on this right now and see where I end up. And luckily, like Jero and like everyone around me was just like super supportive and just like, take your time, do your thing. Yeah, so that was rad. Yeah,
because that was like around the time when you came to Van Jam, when we were moving the shop, right?
That's right.
That year, because I remember you were hanging out when I was ripping the old wood shop down, and we were taking down we moved like 4 blocks
Yeah.
We still had to move. So it was a lot of shit.
Rain.
Yeah. Well, it was Vancouver. They call it Rain City for a reason.
Oh, no shit.
But yeah,
I know
that was
that.
the last time I saw you guys.
Yeah. Hey, damn, that's way too long, buddy. God damn.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah, we'll fix that.
Hell yeah.
I mean, but so are you still watching the kendama community and what people are doing?
Yeah, so I'm there's definitely things I don't understand, and then there are definitely things that I'm like, oh damn, that's sick. But like, yeah, I'm half in, half out. So
have you watched Fringe Case?
Is that the GT one?
The Ben Harold? Yeah.
Ben Harold? Yeah. I did watch it.
That was kind of like the beginning of all this new gen shit where
is that right?
Like in a lot of like Ben kind of really went ham. He filmed for like a year and a half, right?
Yeah,
like just saving shit for that edit and
like
just,
a fucking artist.
Every trick was like new concept completely, and shit. And a lot of that his fucking, I mean, not all of it. A lot of it was like taken from elsewhere too, but like expanded upon. But now it's being expanded upon in a grander way with like the whole community and all these little shredders are doing shit that I'm just like, yo, what? That's what? Like if you watch Jacob Lowe, do you know Jacob Lowe, Turner?
Yeah, I know the name. I don't know if
he's on GT. Yeah, I suggest you just have a little scroll at his Instagram. Watch the last 4 tricks he posted. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, you'll be happy they included slow mo.
It's right. Actually, I was gonna say I won't even be able to follow half of it.
It doesn't even look like he's doing the tricks, man. It's like he's just like doing this dance, and the Dama's dancing with him. It's
so cool.
Some voodoo magic.
It's awesome to see how far it's come. Honestly, man.
To
the point where I watch a trick and I'm like, I don't even know where that started and finished. Like, it's pretty cool.
It's amazing to fucking watch the never-ending progression. That's something that I've enjoyed over the years. Is just like watching it go from like this traditional Japanese thing where all you can do is around Japan, around the world, like everything's super slow, like
3 second
control movements, and now it's like you're fucking, like I said, making the Dama dance like this voodoo magic, like it's Fantasia and you're Mickey Mouse, just like fucking, it's gnarly, dude.
Yeah, I totally see how like the Japanese community, kendama community, see us now, with this street kendama, as I call it here in Japan. It was started off something so basic and like that's all it was, follow the rules, like that's it, and then it moved over outside of Japan and then it turned into this whole new thing where there was so much more flow and so much more like pizzazz to it. And so I feel like now we are in the shoes of like the original Japanese community, like looking at it and being like, whoa, like you broke the rules. Like what?
Isn't that so funny to think about?
Yeah.
Looking back, just being like, oh, these JKA guys, they're like, pretty good, whatever. But we got some new shit. And now it's like, hey, you fucking, what are you doing over there? Like,
I have no idea when it's gonna stop, because I think with like most extreme sports, there is a point to where it's like, okay, like we almost maxed everything out. We maxed the box out, like
essentially. I mean, there's got to be like a point where just like physics limits you, and like unless you're like altering it to a new toy, essentially, like like imagine like skateboarding but they had like 2 decks. Or you ever seen like Matt Tomasello, I think his name is a guy on Instagram where he fucking makes these skateboards that have like triggered things on it. It'll be like a piece of another skateboard that's spring loaded so that when he jumps, like lifts his feet, the momentum of that flipping like pops the board up and does a flip, like just fucked up shit. You're just like
it for him, comes back on top.
It's like some techno robo skateboarding. It's but also just like janky at the same time because it's all this like handmade shit. Like
duct tape.
It's like unless you're doing shit like that, there is kind of like a wall of like. I mean, there's no like limit to what is possible. I don't think for the most part, but like outside of like being on this earth, like subjected to gravity, and like just what our human hands are capable of. Like, I mean,
it would have to get like super weird, like those fucking. Oh, dude, I never showed you, Rod, the fucking. Or did I tell you about them in the last episode? My dream kendamas. Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Maybe.
I was just thinking, like, to get to like a next level, like
you did.
The tool would have to change, just like these small cups are getting bigger, so and the paint's getting stickier. That's why we're all able to do these different, more highly difficult types of tricks.
Yeah, totally.
So it would have to change completely, and that just made me think about those fucking dream damas, dude.
Yeah, Mr. Crazy Ken game over here.
It was before Crazy Ken game. Like it was it was around the time of the Muso tour, and that was around the time that me and Turner first met.
Yeah,
you guys came to Japan for that, and I forgot. Like it was like past the Muso tour that happened when we were like hanging out in a fucking camp grounds and shit. And then I just had this dream one day, and I fucking drew out the kendamas after it because I was like, it felt so real. And it was Iwata-san making those kendamas too. They were Mugen Musos. They were like new Mugen Musos.
Oh.
And it was so fucking weird. It was like there was two. One looked like a fucking gun almost. Had like a handle. Oh no, it looked like those slingshots that have that little like brace on the arm, on the forearm.
Oh yeah, they're like
It kind of looked like that, but on the front where your hand is and on the back, there was like two little nubs where you could just like perch stalls. That's all it was.
What? That's all it was? It's like
That's
the power glove of kendama.
It was so fucking weird. And then there was this other one where it looked like a kendama, but right on like, was there a spike? I think there was a spike. The base cup turned out to be just like a square. It was just to stand. There was no
cup kind of thing.
No cup on it. And then the Sarado, they weren't cups, but they were like, again, like bird perch stall points, and there was a spike. So like there was zero cup action involved. Like everything was like spike or bird.
It sounds almost like that butt plug kendama, except harder
with
a square spike.
Dude, yes. That's what it seems like.
Oh man.
And I was like, yeah, someone's got to make this. And so it's like, Rod.
I mean,
maybe
we can talk about making a butt plug kendama if that's what you want, buddy.
Oh man.
I've been out for a while. I thought that for sure would be
yeah.
Yeah,
but
man.
Shit.
Yeah,
but to go with all this new gen like tricks and stuff, going back to it, Turner, you created a bunch of tricks. You did, for the first time on film, a bunch of tricks that maybe the community doesn't know about. But dude, come on, you have the Thornado. People started calling it, not just the tornado. It was the Thornado. Why?
Because I actually didn't invent that one, believe it or not. It was another Japanese guy.
Yeah. But still,
Kenta Sakamoto. Dude, shout out Kenta. That dude's the homie.
I remember watching the video. I would pause it over and over, and he was in a mask. He was like sitting on his bed doing it. And I remember watching that video like 1,000 times. Like, I just had to figure it out. So
yeah. I think you were one of the first to figure it out, and that's probably why you got keyed on.
I think you were definitely the first to get like the flow of it, like the real flow of it, like get like kind of master it, for lack of a better term. It's like where you do like the tornado and then you kind of slip it out to Tama grip kind of thing. Yeah, like that in my mind, like that is an ultimate Turner Thorne. Like nobody else does it the way that you do it. Like that's just the flow, the OG flow master. One of the many.
Right? Or just getting to it, dude, from a hand roll to like a sideways roll, and then that's when you grab it and start it. Right? Yeah.
And like same thing, man. Like I remember seeing Kenta back in the day doing those, and like transitioning from hand roll to tornado. I was like, that is like the smoothest shit. Like holy fuck. Yeah. And like I only started doing those probably like 3 years ago. Dude, I was just like, yo, that's some like Kenta and Turner shit. Like I can't fuck with that. It's,
I broke a lot of shit learning that.
I bet.
Well, we've had like stories about people breaking TVs with kendama tricks. Did you break a TV?
Rice. I haven't broken a TV like Rice. I don't think I've gotten that far, but I've broken mirrors, light fixtures, windows, cell phones.
I like how all of these are plural.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. There's been a lot of
your parents never told you to take it outside?
Luckily I was living with myself when I did it. I did most of the damage.
Okay.
I was on me at that point.
Yeah. Was that the place with like the skull candy thing on the wall?
There was that place. Yeah, that's where it all started. But a lot of the tornado stuff was, where did I learn most of that?
Yeah, that I just watched that old edit of yours, the oldest one I could find.
Yeah,
it was
that was
like
in
that skull candy thing in the bag, and it was just shit tons of cup flow tricks. My favorite was you did like a fucking weird, like it was regular grip, but like penguin handle stall. And then you just went to like mad cup shred and then spike.
Yes.
It was sick.
That might have been at my parents' house actually, because I lived in Oregon for a time. That's with all the skull candy.
Oh, okay.
Stuff everywhere. And then
there was another big banner behind the skull candy one. I can't remember what it said now. It was like black and white letters. Sorry, what? I
think it was the Subaru banner.
Oh, it might have been actually. That would make sense. Yeah.
But either way, yeah.
Yeah, that edit.
So there was a Thornado. There was one trick that you had a tutorial on Kendama USA just called the Turner.
Dude,
just straight up the Turner.
That is, I'm assuming, but yeah.
To this day, I still call that the Turner, the stunt plane one, right?
Right, yeah, stunt plane over.
Yeah, you like stunt plane, like twist your wrist so it comes out like kind of penguin-y and like pop it back to like regular stunt plane.
Yeah.
Yep, that's kind of weird. Obscure.
I always did that, but with down spike.
Yes,
and I saw you doing it with stunt plane, and I was like, "Ooh, sick! I didn't think about that one. That's sick."
Yeah. So I don't know. It might not be worth a name, but I thought it was.
It is. It is the Turner, buddy. That's what I've heard so many people call it that.
Yeah. It's because it's so much easier than saying. So you stunt plane it, and then you like penguin for a second, so it pops out, and then coming around, you stunt plane it again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what else? There was root canal. Did you make that one?
I did not make that one. That was Kaz. I don't know his full name. I can't remember. Kaz from Vegas.
Yeah, Kaz.
I was down visiting Dave at one point, and he was just at a jam, and he showed it to me, and I was like, "Oh man, you have to like teach me that." So he taught it to me, and then Jake was like, "We need to film a tutorial." And I was like, "All right." And so I hit him up, and I was like, "Yo, like, are you cool with this? Like, is it cool if we do this?" And he's like, "Yeah, you just call it the root canal," because he played for Roots Kendama, I'm pretty sure at the time. So that was kind of where that came from. Yeah, sure. No problem.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Root canal.
And then there was one more, but I didn't find a tutorial. I thought I recall you explaining it somewhere, or maybe Haley did it. You're around the side. I don't even know what the fuck it's called.
Oh yeah, and then
when it's off to your right. Yeah.
Oh,
you throw the tama, but then you throw the can and you catch the tama. You spin it back around.
Mm-hmm. That never had a name.
No,
I remember inventing that one. I remember figuring that one out in my head.
Yeah,
I don't think it ever got a name. It was just kind of like a bridge to like during spacewalk tricks. It was just
right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's almost like the Zuma catch thing, but you're using two hands and like doing it way different grip and like,
yeah. I think I had someone yo-yo related called it like a repeater because you could straight up go in and out of it.
Oh,
because
it's like what
yo-yo term. I don't know, but anyways, I was going in and out of it. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, you definitely showcase that a lot in
the repeater or the returner.
Oh snap! Oh shit! I think we just found out the name.
Yeah, there it is. I don't think there's any other.
Hell yeah!
Returner.
The returner.
Oh man! Well, hopefully, Turner, you can return her to make a nice tutorial for that one. The returner,
yeah,
dude.
I remember back in the day, keeping on track of the old school Turner Thorne tricks, man. Fucking in the Kendama USA Japan edit when you did fucking border balance in that shot. That was like obviously not the first one because, as we've discussed before, that was invented by Takumi Okada. Rest in peace. Good old Freedom Kendama, and or also known as border, hence the name Borders Balance. But you were the first one to really like in North America, at least, like film like holding that. I think Colin might have done one where he like bopped it, but he didn't hold it at all.
Yeah,
I don't remember if that was around the same. No, it would have been before if he did it. But either way, it wasn't a hold though. It was
yeah.
Or a boop or a fucking tap, whatever the fuck you want to call
it.
Bop boop.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like, and not only like the trick itself, but just like that was like your guys' as a squad first trip in Japan. You know, like that you guys were fucking in the zone. You're like the shot is beauty.
Exactly.
Like, just,
epic location. You know?
Yeah.
And then that trick just unfolded, and then the the excitement that followed afterwards, you know?
Oh yeah, man. I tried for months to try and get the border flip. Like that was like, it took me forever. And then, yeah, just having the whole crew there, and we just had like a rainy day, and I don't know. It was just like the perfect combination of things. It was rad.
Hell yeah. And you were playing like your old pro model, right? Like the Premier Pro Mods, the purple one?
It was actually, what was it? It was a custom painted one. I want to say a chameleon. I'm trying to remember what the artist was. I've still got the Dama. I can dig it out. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was. It was a Cook. It was a Cook's custom.
Yeah,
pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Okay, so because I was gonna say, man, no wonder you're grinding it for months if you're on the Premier Dama. Fucking
ice.
Man, you guys should have a challenge for anyone that can do it on that paint. I don't think.
Yeah, maybe.
If you have a nice flat, soft enough spike,
it's got
probably. Yeah, if they're worked in, they have a little bit of tact. Yeah, right. If you hit it, Misu would probably do it.
Got to break it in.
There you go. Yeah, Misu would probably do it.
Should probably do it lefty.
But yeah, so there was just so much like back in the day that you were a part of like this huge moves into the whole just catalog of tricks, and to help expand people's minds of what you can do with the kendama, what's possible, what's not possible, but more of what's possible. And that must have been just so fucking rad to be out in Japan with the Kusa guys. Like the first, was Kusa the first to have like pros, like with a title pro?
I mean, technically, me and Eric were before them in 2012.
That's right.
And we were like Terra pros by then, but like it wasn't really like a huge thing. So like, and like our edit got fucked. We've talked about that. But
that's where you lost the edit. The announcement edit.
I lost so many things with that.
All gone.
Fuck me.
It just goes though with the camaraderie, that fucking brotherhood of you and Rick, it explains a lot.
Yeah, gotta love good old Rick.
Good old Rick. Tell him I say hi.
I will. I absolutely will. He's probably gonna listen to this at some point, so you can tell him yourself.
What up, Rick?
There you go. But yeah, let's fucking take it back, buddy. Like, so everyone knows Turner Thorne is one of the OGs, premier line of Kendama USA's pro team. You won a contest to get on that, correct? To get on that pro team. So you were the first person to win a Sponsor Me contest for Kendama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it was just Colin and Zach on there before me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what year did you start playing Kendama? Do you remember when you started playing?
It was the first time I saw Kendama was in the bonus DVD of a ski movie in like 2007, I want to say.
Do you remember the video?
It's the ski movie. I want to say the ski movie is called War. I've got it here. I'm sure I've got the disc here somewhere, but it's the bonus footage is called UP 1.2.
There you go.
And it was JP Auclair, pro skier.
JP Auclair. I was going to ask if it was JP Auclair. Hell yeah. There's some fucking nerds homework for you nerds.
Yeah.
That's the real origins of North American Kendama, actually.
Right. I mean, at least for the ski culture, that was like, he was like the first one to like film it and put it out there.
But if I'm not mistaken, that's like how Colin found Kendama, is it not? Like,
I think so. I think UP 1.2 is where Colin saw it as well.
Yeah.
But I'm still on the line with him to get us a fucking nerds episode. Colin. But he's coming. Don't worry, nerds.
Yeah, it's happening. It has to happen. But dude, I mean, even in Japan, like there'll be plenty of news segments, especially back in like 2014 when it was resurging back in Japan. There's plenty of, and Turner, Rod, you guys were on TV plenty of times for those, but there's plenty of like variety shows or news segments where they're talking about kendama and how like, oh, this new street kendama, like how was it born? And the words they use is just saying like a skier, professional skiers coming to Japan and bringing it back to the US, and that's where it spread. So that's it, JP.
Yeah, man.
That's what got me.
Yeah, that was always my story every time I got interviewed. It was like, my friends saw it in a ski video. They showed me later. Like,
that's all it has to be. And then Turner, you said the person that got it in your hands was a fellow skier, and when he was injured or something off season, he would play.
Yeah, Yeah, it was 2009, I think. It would be my best guess. But yeah, I blew my knee out. And Tim Durchie just had one in his truck and tossed it to me. I was like, yeah, like while you're sitting on the couch, play with this. And I started looking up. I mean, there wasn't many videos. There was borderline nothing. There was Japanese guys and Colin, and like very early Colin edits. So I was, so that was where I first picked it up. Yeah, sitting on the couch.
Do you remember the Japanese edits that you were watching?
Oh man, I'm sure. I mean, I know.
It'd be like Extreme Kendama.
Definitely Extreme
maybe.
Kendama.
Like Shimadera-san.
Yeah. Shimadera, the guy in the parking lot.
The guy in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Who is also still in the scene. I don't know. This is a fun fact. Really? I'm sure I've said this on the Nerds before, but I'm going to say it again. That he's the homie that comes and takes pictures at KWC every year with the black hat, and he has the big fucking lens.
Yes.
Yuki, is it Harada?
Yuki.
Harada Yuki. I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
But dude, no. Are we talking about the same dude? Because I've seen an older gentleman in a parking lot, and it was supposed to be like some like motorcycle like meetup, and he's playing kendama, and he's playing on like a kind of a big kendama. It's not your average size.
Yeah, that's him.
I don't think that's Harada-san.
I've been told that. That's the only reason I know that.
Yeah,
the dude in that video looks so much older.
I mean,
I could be wrong. I
could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I was told.
Hey,
yeah. It's hard to keep all of the facts straight, all the names, especially the Japanese names and all that shit. But in my brain, that's the same guy. So I hope that's a good fun fact for you nerds.
Yeah. But that is that was a very early one. So
we're gonna get Coda to chime in later.
Exactly.
We'll confirm on that. Get an A firm. Thanks. Arigato, Kota.
So Turner, that first kendama that was thrown your way, was it like a tourist kendama with like the old school lines on it? Was the small cup like a micro small cup? Was it TK?
It was a blue TK. Yep.
Hell yeah.
And then and that actually wasn't my first one, so I gave that back to him. And then a blue TK was later on. I think goods from Japan, maybe.
Yeah, goods from Japan. Dude. Yeah, that's where everybody bought our TKs from back in the day.
And then it was funny. Like a week after that, I went on and saw Shin Sakura for like $60, and I was like, "I'm buying that. If it's more money, it's got to be better." And
whoa.
The Shin Sakura. So that's like the older one, like with the
purple,
with the purple
lines.
Seal. Yeah. Those ones were not very good.
No.
They are a sick collector's item, but they were not very good.
Yeah, right.
That's actually maybe like the rarest of the like JKA seal, like the current kind of meta ones. Mm-hmm. Like you could go back, of course, to like the flower seal and like all that shit, but like the Shin Sakura is like the purple one. For those of you guys that don't know, it's just the same old JKA seal. Like the Ozora one is yellow, the Mugen one is teal, the TK one is green, Shin Sakura was purple, and actually Shin Fuji was black. That's the other one I'm missing. Yeah, but Shin Fuji and Shin Sakura were like those weird ones that I swear they were like way more Japanese, because I think those ones are made in Japan as well. Okay. Maybe they weren't. I don't know. Maybe because Ozora was made in Japan and those ones are fucking sick.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is about them. Their factory must have just not been as up to snuff, because they had
right. It was
way less quality control. But if you got a good one, holy shit, was it a good one? I have a black Shin Fuji that like. My buddy Brett fucking did his first and I think only lunar flip maybe on that Dama in the rain. We were just like at this music festival on mushrooms playing kendama in the rain for like 5 hours. It was insane. And I was playing a jumbo and he was playing that thing, and like just like I still have the same one, and it's not even warped or anything. It's still good shape. I don't know how or why, but maybe it wasn't actually raining. Maybe it was just the mushrooms. I'm just kidding. It was definitely raining.
Dude, but so we grew up using those old kendamas. They're not old, but just what we had at the time. Now
the old
back,
school.
They are the old schools. Have you picked up any new school kendamas? What are your thoughts on them?
They're easier.
What kind of damas have you been session lately? What are you on?
Lately, so Kusa will send me a dama here and there. So I've got some crafts with the updated shape. My go-to lately is the Terraply skate Dama.
Oh.
The LBB.
Nice.
I love that thing. You guys sent that to me, I think, for helping you move, and man, that thing is still like
hell yeah,
broken in.
It's like the Natty Maple Tama.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, those things are so good.
Yeah.
Those Tamas had like the flamey maple. It was fucking
nice.
But yeah, the new shapes on all the new mod, it's just crazy to see like the progression, just like kendama wise, not even the play. It's changed so much. But
yeah, just looking at the toy itself.
But that's how they get better. I mean, look at skateboards. You know, you gotta adapt to change.
That's always the comparison that comes up, is the skateboard, right?
Truly.
I mean, same thing if you look at a bike, though. Look at, like, we talked to Reed recently. He's a pro BMXer. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of this then, but like, if you look at like, what are those fucking bikes called with the massive front wheel, the bicentennial shit or whatever? Those sketchy as fuck looking bike things. Man, look. If you want to see something crazy, look up a race of those things. People are ripping on those things. That's like do or die right there, man. You even know one little rock, you're dead. But anyway, back to my point. So going from like that to like a modern bike, whether it's a BMX, mountain bike, whatever, you know, it's like the leaps and bounds different. There's so much technology put into it, you know, and like you can see that in anything, like bikes, skateboarding, kendama, fucking anything, like the clothes you're wearing, probably. Like,
seriously, just like fasteners. Like, think about like back in the day, like how would you fasten something with like a button, right?
Make it so it doesn't come apart. That's how you fasten.
But then think about like when Velcro was invented, they're like, just Velcro it, like
and then everything's Velcro. Hell yeah,
right. Adding more pockets everywhere. Cargo pants. Everyone's like, dude, cargo pants. I don't never need to hold this much shit, but I have the option to.
And then they got the zip off pants. So you turn your pants to shorts and then back to pants. And then the tearaways.
You never know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Just in case. Yeah,
gotta be ready.
So revolutionize the tools that we use to do new and better things.
The ski patroller in you, eh? Do you guys wear tearaways when you're patrolling, just in case, or what?
To go faster, just take them off.
Just got the spandex on.
Yeah, the full Speedo underneath, just ready to fucking get that aerodynamics.
Yes.
No.
No.
I'm still Parker at it hard. I still got the baggy.
The tees to the knees.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So are there any like new gen tricks that you eyeballing, trying out? You lengthening your string?
You know, I haven't lengthened my string yet. I've definitely been seeing the progression of the length of the string. What is it that, I don't know what it's called, but people are like the kick, like the foot stuff. There's a lot of like
foot stall or just kicking it?
Kicking the ken. What was it? Was it Wyatt that did it?
Oh, when he like caught the ken on his foot?
Yeah.
And then kicked it back up to lunar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the only one that's doing it, but I saw that. That was new.
No, I think lately he's the most recent one to explore that I can think of. But I think that might have been a Bonds thing back in the day, but who knows?
Makes sense, yeah.
Those two always go back and forth on tricks. I'm sure Wyatt's pissed at me for even saying that. just kidding, Wyatt.
Just screaming at his screen.
He's sitting there going, "Fuck you, Rod."
Are there certain tricks I should look at? What am I missing?
I mean, I'm sure you've seen like the cloud bounce shit, the pinchy string pinch loops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that kind of shit. Like, I've been fucking with that a little bit. It's hard though, man. It's like, I've done like the twang thing. So the difference between twang and cloud bounce. So is it? Yeah. Is that like twang is like, if I'm holding the ken, I pull the tama up hard enough so that it pulls the ken out of my hand. And then you'd like grab the tama to lighthouse, for example, or whatever. That's considered a twang. Whereas cloud bounce would be like, if I have the ken in my hand, I would have to throw the ken up, and that pulls the tama up, like whichever you're bouncing, right?
Yeah.
I think the more common one is to throw the tama and get the ken to pull up and do like a single flip. I saw like Alex Mitchell and fucking, I think it was Alex and Liam, Soul Squad. I think those motherfuckers were playing a game of Ken, and they went back and forth, like matched first try of each single cloud bounce flip, like from lighthouse, pop, throw the tama so it does a single flip. Bounce, back to lighthouse. They both have like that much control over it. I don't fucking understand it. You guys are fucking animals. But that's one that I've been fucking with lately, is what I was getting at. So maybe you should too.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try it, but shit. But yeah, to answer your question, I haven't tried many new gen tricks. I don't know where to start at this point.
Yeah, I mean, well, even like, you know, new gen, at least for me. I mean, it's not new gen anymore, but even like juggles, like I don't have down really. You know, I want to juggle down spike as well as Volf does, which I'll never get to. But
I don't know if anybody will.
Yeah.
But even, you know,
it never clicked for me. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, but then like that's why people say long string, right? And for me, I keep a 3-finger string. I'm like, well, I you know, I can get to like 3 juggles and maybe beyond, but it's usually around there.
Man, I will. Somebody told me this and I hated to hear it, but it was fucking true. I'm going to tell you guys right now. You gotta fucking do the long string if you're gonna do juggle tricks.
Right. If you're gonna do juggles,
it just makes sense, man. If you grab a stringless kendama, man. Like next time you see a stringless kendama, whatever, just try and do a juggle down spike. I bet you get it in fucking 10 tries.
Yeah.
But then you do it with the short string and you're fucked. Like anyone's fucked. Like if you gave that kendama with a 2-finger string to Nick Gallagher, I bet you he couldn't do it in 10 tries.
Right. I've heard
that's a challenge, Nick. Yeah,
I was just gonna say.
Now that I'm saying it, I want to see it. Yeah, let's go.
I've heard that Josh Kim from Kusa has a really short string.
Really? I don't know. I wouldn't. Maybe he's like the Yank Lord.
Yeah. Yes. Which I think having a short string kind of feels like you could possibly feel it out more, like when to yank back compared to a long one.
Maybe.
But I've heard that.
I haven't dove down that hole enough to fucking know anything about that.
Yeah, Sue, when he went to NACO last year, 2 years ago, he mentioned that. He's like, he's like, his string is so fucking short, but he's doing all these juggles and Ken flips.
I was gonna say, he does a lot of like juggly shit and stuff. I'd be surprised if his string was that short.
Yeah, I have to double check, but like it's not impossible.
Right.
Well, there you go. We're shouting everyone out on this episode, man. Josh Kim, hit us up, man. Let us know your fucking string length.
Right.
The nerds need to know.
Because for me, like that's one, like I guess new, but it's not new. It's not a new gen trick anymore because there's newer ones that have taken its place.
Totally. I mean, it is and it isn't. It's like pretty new gen,
right?
I'd still consider juggle as part of the new gen trend. It's just not the newest of the new gen.
Right. Yeah.
But where do you draw the line? What's the next? When's the next gen start?
I don't know, man. I'm scared of the next gen. I'm fucking terrified. I don't know what the hell it's going to be. It's going to be something fucked. I got nothing. Like literally. Yeah, right. Any prediction I would make would be blown out of the water, I'm sure.
Yeah. It would only have to be like more like disassemble stuff. I just saw yesterday, Rod, someone. Yeah. I forgot who it was. But someone else on IG.
Tagged. Yeah, they were stringless juggling, and then they like throw the Cerado to like lefty, like Ken spike.
Right. Yeah. And I went back and I saw like the first post of him that he had it, and then your comment is like, "Nice, spike that Cerado, yo."
Yeah,
letting him know.
That's right.
I could be wrong, but are you the only one to do an assemble trick?
The full like pop, like double spike, as far as I know, yes. Nobody. I've never seen anybody else do it,
especially with one hand.
I've only done it once, man. That shit took me forever.
Hey, that's all right. I've only done one border balance flip.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It was just that one?
Yeah, just that one. Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Whoa. I may have done another one off the once we got the stickier paint, but I think with that,
you were happy. You're like, does it? There's no going back. Why don't you go back?
Border tricks after that. I put too many hours in. I was like,
but you did a lot of other like awesome balance tricks. I think you were the first that I saw to do the stilt on that was like without touching the spike. Was that no hole too?
Yeah, we have to look at the video. It was Japan, I remember.
I think so. Yes, it was Japan.
Yeah, it would kind of swung around.
Yeah. And that was another new one that's like no one really thought about, or maybe no one filmed.
Yeah.
But
was it Bonds that I saw recently? Maybe someone was balancing it in that position just for days. It felt like they just
dude, yeah, I bet.
Maybe Bonds was on a tear for like a few weeks there. He kind of went super ham every day.
There was I can't even like remember what they were, but I just remember being like,
I was talking to Sweets
like a week in a geez.
Yeah, man. I was talking to Sweets this morning and he brought that up. He was like, man, I don't know why he stopped, but holy shit, he was on a tear.
Yeah.
I mean, I even saw it. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So how many times have you been to Japan now? Sure.
5 times, I think.
Nice, that's a decent amount.
Yeah, there was that very first when you guys were releasing the animal.
Right. We did that one. We did the Muso tour. I went for the trade show. What was it called?
Oh, dude, the toy show. Yes.
Yeah, they had like a.
I almost forgot about that, and we hung out. We went to that bar.
Like
Midori and Yuka and stuff. Yeah.
That was cool. So there was that was 3, and then 2 World Cups. Pretty sure.
Yes.
Yep.
Never catch and flow.
No, I never made catch and flow.
Dude, I want to see Turner Thorne on the catch and flow stage.
Oh man, see, that's where I plummet is on stage. I can't under.
I feel you. I feel like I'm the same way sometimes, but you just gotta like have a beer, get up in there, just have fun with it, and just like when it hits, man, it's like the best feeling ever.
It did look like fun. I'll be honest. It looks like
I just feel like you would crush it. And I feel like I'm not the only one who wants to see that. That's for sure.
Totally. Straight up. I think one of the best things that you had, Turner, was like, at least that I remember loving so much about your style was how tight, maybe that's because of the short string, but how tight and fast. So fast, so committed. Like you were on skis fucking about to send it. Like there's no going back. When you're throwing those hand wraps, like you could see like you're like fucking trying to get it to max speed every time. And that was always such like another point of your play style that stood out. And I was like, fuck yeah, like damn, look at him fucking you're so good.
Just from watching those original, some of the Japanese players play and just how fast and precise they were, I was like, all right, well, those are they're the best. So if you're gonna, fast is cool. So I was like, I just want to learn how to play really fast. And
fast was the steez.
And I think it just kind of became kind of my style, and I really enjoyed playing that way. And I think that's why I broke so much shit learning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
man, that was something I noticed too. Like I was talking about watching your old edits and stuff today, and like, one of the things I noticed was that like even back then, like the oldest one I could find was like, I think it was called Kendama USA Pro Edit. Maybe. And that was the one where I was talking about you did that like penguin handle stall to cup line thing. And even in that one, man, you were like hucking like cup, like bird over the valley, cup, like just throwing birds in there just as quick as the cups, like all this shit. And I was like, damn, like for 2012, that's pretty fucking fast and flowy. Right. Like that's
watching a lot of Yumi Nakamura stuff.
Actually, it's like very reminiscent of Yumi for sure. On that note, actually, something me and MJ both noticed is since we were trying to dive back into the old videos and shit of Turner Thorne, is that there's a Turner Thorne YouTube page, but there is 0 videos in there, no content. What's up with that?
I've still got the videos. They're safe.
Nice.
There was some hacking issue, so I hadn't been on my YouTube in years. Like I hadn't logged in. I think it was like 4 years. And I got on and there was like comments and spam. And so I put, what do they call it? I didn't cancel the account, but I like just suspended it so that it could like no longer be like, fucked with. But I've still got everything. I've still got all the videos. Yarrow might still have them, but I've got everything. I just put a hold on it to try and figure it out and then just never really put it back up. Yeah.
All right.
But we've got them. We've got the video.
That's good. I was gonna say that's like I felt better as soon as you said those words. I was are all the old Turner Thorne edits gone? Because I don't know if I can live in that world.
I panicked. I was like, oh shit! Like all my stuff is gonna be, because I was getting all these weird emails, and I was like, what is going on? And I went in there, and and it was a mess. So I
I believe on YouTube now they don't have a place where you can email or like message the person through YouTube. Like it's only like a comment notification that will be sent to your email now.
Oh, really?
So, but where back in the day you could like almost like DM a channel.
Yeah.
So they don't have that
spam.
anymore.
It must have been before the days of like millions of followers and shit, right?
Right.
On there, because you just get spammed by all these kids.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a mess, but we've got the videos.
You have them. That's good. That's good. So, like, do you still have a Facebook account? I know your Instagram's private.
I do not have a Facebook. I think that's been 4 or 5 years now since I don't have a Facebook.
Yeah, you jumped off because I remember Keith also. You know, he was one that also like at one time just like poof vanished. Yeah. Everything disappeared. You're like, wait a second. Yo, where's my buddy Matsumura?
Yeah.
Trying to dial in that search.
Yeah, there's no real reason. I think I was just on it too much. I was just wasting time on it.
Yeah.
Which I probably do the same on Instagram, but at least.
Well, I was gonna make a joke too because Instagram's owned by Facebook now, so like you kind of do have a Facebook.
The same.
Yeah, it's an easy hole to fall into, man. You just get on that good old gram and start scrolling, and next thing you know, it's been 20 minutes, and you're like, wait, what did I just do for 20 minutes? Oh shit.
Or longer.
Yeah, you're lucky if it's 20 minutes. For me, it's usually 20 because I fucking hate that shit. But
yeah, I just wanted to get off the grid for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Do you see yourself coming back or having a resurgence? There's probably
not to Facebook. I think Facebook and me are done, but possibly for edits. Yeah, I'll see myself filming something.
Dude, that'd be amazing. There's a lot of people who are kind of coming back. Keith. And Colin, maybe not filming. He's filming, maybe not being in front of the camera, but still being a part of it,
I don't know how much I should say on this, but we did film something that Colin has control over.
Yeah.
Oh.
Has not come out, and it's been a while, but I did film something semi-recently, and it was nothing spectacular, but yeah, it's in Colin's hands at some point.
So I now it just jumped into my head that there was, I forgot what month it was, like last year, February or something, how there was when Kusa was doing the monthly like team edits, having all the members of the team, and you made an appearance, I think with Colin as well, and like the internet blew up because they're like, yo, because it wasn't announced at all, and at that time it was like there was every month Kusa was releasing a team edit, so okay. But then this one popped up, and then people were like, yo, Turner was in it. Yeah. I think maybe Jord popped in or something.
Yeah, it was the full team. I think Skagline reached out to everyone and said, yo, like I want to get, for the first time, everyone in it. And
yeah, real everyone.
Yeah, so I got out and filmed that trick. But yeah, we filmed something else with me, Colin, and Zach, but I don't know where all that footage is. So
yeah.
Oh, shit. One more thing to talk to Colin about.
Yeah, you're going to have to...
Coming for you, Colin.
Straight up. Dude, because that would be good. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Do you feel like you don't have what it takes to release an edit now? Do you feel like you're scared to jump in this new gen of tricks? Should I have, like, you feel like pressure to get the best to one up everyone? Or what are your feelings on the whole thing? Because I could definitely see someone in that position of being like great back in the day, and then take a big break from it, and then come back to see what it is now and be like, oh fuck, this party is like is popping off in a different way that I wasn't used to. I don't even know if I should go in.
I mean, a little bit, yeah, but like I think if I were to film something and put it out, it would be nothing like what the new gens are doing now. I would probably just shoot to just try and do some creative stuff and stuff that's my style and stuff that I have fun doing. But yeah, it is intimidating looking at the scene now, and it's like, well, shit, I can't do that. Like, can't do that 9-year-old just did. But yeah, I try and keep it fresh and fun and do something new. So
right,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, because there's plenty of people with this scene getting bigger and bigger. The more people that are in it, then there's more types of personalities that are in it, and we've seen recently, with the new addition on the Sweets team, those 3 girls that jumped on the team, and then people talking smack about their skill level not being up to par, and like, well, there's other people who are repping and better, so they should have gotten it. But it's like, dude, at the end of the day, like, it's not your choice. Shut the fuck up. But with
I missed all of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some drama then?
Yes. And Sweets is doing a great job of expanding and opening their team up to people who are maybe kind of like influencers in other areas to spread kendama more, because that's what, if we're always saying that kendama is all about community and being friends and being open,
being inclusive.
Yeah. Like this is something like where people are
totally
missing the point.
And like that's another point too, is like like if these girls are all, maybe they're not like Nick Gallagher or Zach Gallagher or fucking one of these crazy shredder dudes
Mama
or
Gallagher.
whatever.
Daddy
Mama Gallagher. Yeah, whatever Gallagher. But like they're doing other things. Like we talked about this a lot with Reed, but like they're doing other things for kendama that like just because you're a shredder doesn't mean that you're automatically like, oh, I'm the pro. Like it's just not how these things work. There's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, so I was thinking, like, bringing this up because I'm happy that you say, Turner, that, you would just like to go out and do an edit of your style and continue, almost where you left off, and maybe showing a little bit of something else that you had in your brain of different tricks and stuff. Because I'm sure some people would be thinking, seeing the situation that happened with the Sweets girls and be like, fuck, like I'm going to get all this backlash because I'm not making like a Ben Harold kind of edit or something,
Yeah, hopefully no one would expect anything like that of me at this point. but yeah, I mean, I think kendama is supposed to be all inclusive, and it sounds like those girls will be able to reach like a completely different audience than anyone else would. So that brings in like a whole nother level of opportunity for kendama as a whole. And
straight up, dude. Oh, dude, that makes me so excited. So happy too, because to see the joy that the community had, that you had with all your buddies and what was it, Lake Tahoe and stuff.
Yep.
On those old edits that Ballard did, just fucking great. And then seeing you, meeting you at Muso Tour 2013, like that was also awesome. That was my first time meeting kendama pros, and I was like, fanboy. I'm like, dude, this is fucking shit. Going to that Glowken like at camp, out, like hanging out with you dudes, like seeing, what was it for that 2014 Japan? There was a Muso tour on the Kusa web YouTube page, and when we went out to that mountain and Colin filmed, there was a few scenes like of you doing, I forgot what you did. Yeah, the returner trick. And like filming that. And I remember specifically that because like I was behind, Colin or maybe Jake, who was behind the helm camera filming that shit. And it was like early morning after we drank and like ate after that that camp time, and like continuing to walk down, like found like this nice little spot, and Jake filmed the trick, which I think actually was not put in that edit. But I remember like, taking snapshots myself and stuff. Like it was just like such I don't know, like a time to embrace like new friendships, new bonds, this new kind of scene that was about to, just get bigger and bigger. So it's just such a great memory.
That was an incredible trip. That was like, that one's right up there with the 2012 trip with Kusa. That one, it was really cool. And then there was that bar we went to. I'm trying to remember what it was. They had the kendamas on the wall. They had darts.
Oh, Kepios.
Kipios, I was gonna say.
Yeah. And you had you put on that Zawa suit on at the end.
We had the suit, and then Zawa gave me a deer mask, and I still have the deer mask.
Oh, what?
It's like a rubber mask, and
yes.
Yeah.
That one made it into that Kusa edit too, like with you guys like setting fireworks.
Yeah.
Because I was there, you gotta be fireworks, gotta have fireworks.
Oh yeah.
But dude, hanging out at Kipios, like that was the place in Tokyo where all the Dama nerds were hanging out.
Yeah, that was cool. That was fun.
Hell yeah, it still is. I think
that place still there and still.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, I don't know about since the COVID shit, but when I was there last, it was there.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly because Kenda Gaia Noboru, he's been hanging out at this other bar. I was like, oh, maybe he's not hanging out at Kipios anymore. Because that was like the bar. But anyways, another thing, you know, I was really excited about was I'm a short dude, and I realized that Turner, you're almost like same height as me, and then you, Rod, too. And I noticed this just because
I was gonna say I think you're taller than me. What do you mean a short dude?
Just because I feel like when you watch everyone on edits and stuff, like I don't know, I didn't even think about if they're gonna be tall or short.
Right.
But then when I met everybody, except for the Chromie dudes, I knew they were gonna like Philip. I knew Phil was gonna be huge.
Yeah,
he's so lanky. But like seriously, like when I first met Smith, I was so surprised at how huge he was. I'm like, he's like a fucking rugby player. Massive. Or who else? Like Skaggs. Skaggs is huge.
He's a big fella, yeah.
Yeah. But you know, when we were hanging out, like I was like, oh, nice, Turner, and like Dave. Dave was also another short crew. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, we had a good amount of small dudes on the crew. Seemed like I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, it's a small thing, as well as like the long hair and shit, you know.
Yeah,
those are a good time. But speaking about long hair, dude. Okay, let's segue over to when you came to Click Clack episode 6 with Dave and Haley and Josh. There was a lot of hair.
There was a
lot of hair.
Yeah. How did you? It sounded like you weren't scheduled to be a part of the episode. You just crashed the party. What was that about?
I was just driving. I was on a road trip and I was driving up the coast and I hit Haley up and I was like, "Hey, can I crash on your couch for a day before I go up to visit Rod actually and Alex up in Vancouver?" And I got there and she's like, "Yeah, Dave gets here like tomorrow and we're gonna film a Click Clack episode." I was like, "All right, sweet. I'll just hang out an extra day," and it would just kind of happened organically, and it worked out really well. It was really a fun trip, and
nice.
And I was just regrowing my hair out, so it was getting longer.
Yeah.
I forgot about that actually, like that podcast. Honestly, like it'd been a while since. I don't know, I wasn't supposed to be on it, and so I was like, "Oh shit, I've already done it."
And you made it.
I didn't talk much.
That's all right. So, was there anything you wanted to get off your chest? So you get it off now.
Nothing I can think of at the moment, but no, I just remember them like scheduling like the Haley and Dave interview, and then I was just like, "Hey, guys, what up? I'm here."
Yeah.
No, it was rad that I was there, but. Yeah, I was like, I'm just on a road trip. I'm just gonna kind of chill and check out this podcast.
Right.
Yeah,
that was good. It was a strong, three Kusa team members in that one episode. Is there anything that you can tell us about your last pro mod? At that time, I think a lot of people were changing up the designs. Colin had his different layers of paint to try to help with tracking and stuff. Even Smith with the single white maple leaf on top. Yours was very basic, or back in the day, a standard. Was there a reason why you didn't go all out? Think about something nutty? You wanted to keep it simple?
I think I just really wanted to keep it simple, and the whole idea of just like the green and outdoors and camping and just like, I just think I really wanted a really, I don't know, just basic. I don't want to call it basic, but I just wanted something easy and simple. Looking back though, I'd probably do some type of tracking, and maybe mix up the engravings a little bit. But otherwise, it was just, I just wanted something kind of, I don't know, OG. Maybe it was the OG in me that was just like, I don't know, I just like simple kendamas, and I probably should have changed something looking back. I liked it.
So what would you do? So what would you do now? Just add a new color, add a tracking stripe dot?
Yeah, definitely put tracking on up by the string and down by the bevel. There would definitely be different colors there. I liked the army green. I thought that was sweet.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't put too much thought into it, but I think there'd be a few minor changes if I were able to. The string would have to be how long now? Like
10 fingers. Some people go with.
10?
Yeah, it could be like, come with the regular, like the standard old school string length, and then like also come with a long string if you wanted to change that.
Yeah. people could choose.
If you're like good enough at kendama to know that you want a long string, you can probably change the string.
I think so.
You should be able to anyway.
He should.
So yeah, you were saying that as for like recent kendamas, you've been playing mostly like craft stuff and Terra LBB and whatnot. As far as like new shapes, I would say those ones are like kind of more on the tame side. You know, they're not like the like really, as Tio would put it, hoary shapes. You gotta pour that thing out. Like my kendamas that I make have like way bigger cups.
Okay.
You know, like especially because it's like a smaller thing. LBB has like big cups, but it's also a bigger kendama in general.
Yeah, it's built.
Yeah, so like basically, if you take those LBB big cups and put them on like a regular size can, that's like kind of what the new shit is, right? It's like
so I guess
you're still in a way you're still a little sheltered from like the new kind of shit. Like
I think so because these crafts are kind of what I'm like basing it off of. But if other companies have stuff that I haven't even
not that they're not like great like honed ass kendamas. I have a couple crafts I play on the regular, but like
where the game's going. Yeah, I haven't seen like the crazy new gen shapes. Then I guess
I'm thinking more like some of the smaller like younger companies that have been coming out more recently. Like like Quill and like Citadel and like Dama and like I'm spacing. There's like Lotus and like a whole bunch of Pineapple. All those guys, they're all kind of making. Like they're kind of going for that new gen because they're all new anyway. So it's kind of it just makes sense for that. Right. And they're all kind of much bigger cups. Kind of, it feels like a little bit like more like honed kind of thing. Like they're making it so that everything is just like super slaps, like everything slaps, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like get rid of the small cup. It's just,
pretty much. Cups. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. So maybe you need to get out there and grab yourself a new one, see what it's all about.
I'll surprise one of these companies, see if they recognize my name. I'll just drop an order in one day.
There you go.
I think, even the crafts, they are pretty big. For me, like when I first grabbed, even like when the pops came out and the primes, when I just hold it, like I'm like, this big cup is in the way. Like I feel just like not even playing, just holding it in my hand. I'm like, this is too much. But then I held a Yumu. I forgot which Yumu it was, but there's one Yumu that's like fucking way too big.
Oh, dude, the old one with like the big, that one, I forget what it was called, but that one actually had no small cup. Both cups were the same size.
Yeah, they were just cups. They were just cups and like sticks and like chopsticks holding it all together. Like,
and it was like the Cerado was so skinny in the middle, so it was just this like swoop of a skin of the Cerado. Yeah, and like they did the same thing with the slip in the handle stall too. Where those were like fat, like regular dimensions, but everything else was like super skinny.
Yeah,
and it was like the craziest looking kendama ever. And they put like weird like rubber in the cups and shit. Not like the rubber cups that like Soul's been doing, where the cups are like painted, but it was almost like inlaid rubber. It was more like the fucking like Saturn ring feeling than it was. Almost like the grip cups, exactly. Like, but it was just a ring of it, not the full cup like what grip would do.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's I would say that would be the quote unquote hoard out shape.
The hoard.
I need to do my research.
The hoary shape.
The hoary. Okay, that's what it is. Saying hoary just sounds like a Japanese name. So I was like, what?
Hoary. I hope that's not a Japanese name. It's going to do bad in North America.
That's got a whole new meaning.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, sweat. Okay. Let's try something new. I have I want to do a lightning round. Let's do a lightning round with our guests. Something new for the damaners, episode 41. Here we go. Lightning round. Important people right now. Turner. This is to like try to like do it quick.
Important people?
Yeah, best people in your life.
My girlfriend Sarah. She's awesome. My parents are close by. And then a lot of my coworkers I work with are rad. They're keeping me busy. You know, I'm out biking, skiing all the time.
Nice.
And I'm trying to think now. Oh man.
All right, lightning round. We'll continue.
Keep going.
Even if your names aren't forgotten. Turner loves you.
Yeah, sorry.
Food. Favorite food?
A lot of vegan
recent
food.
One. Yeah.
Vegan food for sure. I live in Wyoming, so I'm cooking constant. I'm always cooking, and there's not much vegan food.
What's the staple? What do you usually cook?
Ooh, a lot of stir fries.
I knew it was going to be every vegan stir fries. I'm the same way.
So easy, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Irritations. Current irritations.
Oh, irritations. Tourists traveling while there's a pandemic and getting hurt. Mountain biking.
And you having to go save them.
And having to save them.
Yeah.
Guilty pleasures. Guilty, or even something you indulge in.
Junk food. Vegan ice cream, I guess. Does that count? Beer and ice cream?
There you go.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would say that doesn't count, but okay.
Yeah, that's just a staple.
I would count it.
Normal. Like that would be more like, yeah, using that Yumu that I just talked shit about.
Oh.
Yeah. Right, okay. Hero.
Ooh. My buddy that passed away, it's his birthday today, so he's my hero.
Oh shit.
Oh, there we go.
Kind of a crazy day. Yeah. Love you, Jake.
Yeah.
Shout out Jake, man.
That was, yeah. Current gadget that you're all about.
Ooh. I gotta think about this.
Zero gadgets. You're in a no man's land.
Small town, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the chairlift?
The new chairlift they put in.
I'm waiting on that, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Stoked on that.
And then plans for the future.
Plans for the future. I'll be here for a few more years, and then Sarah's gonna be getting into med school at some point. So we don't know where we're gonna be, but wherever med school takes her, I'll be sure to find. I'll be following.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell
all right. Ding, ding, ding. I need to fucking bell now.
Man, and you need the thunder because that's what comes after the lightning.
Oh shit! Thunder and lightning.
Man, yeah, I had no idea what I was getting into with you guys.
Well, we're gonna get into a little more. We've been grinding for an hour right now, Turner, but we want to spotlight the Patreons, the people who support on the Kendertainment Patreon. Thank you, everyone who's been doing so.
Hell yeah, much love.
Always there. If you're on that $5 tier and up, you get a locked-in question for all of our guests, and we have a few questions for you, Turner.
All right.
Let's go with that first one. Nick Doddenhoff. He asks, I kind of touched upon this. Okay, your last pro mod was a solid army green and had some great wood burns, but considering the new tech available for making kendamas today, what would a 2020 legacy air quotes mod look like? Would you incorporate the new things in your life, or would it be used to reflect on your kendama career? Much love, Turner. So we touched upon it a little bit, but maybe you can expand on it. Maybe other engravings.
I think a little bit of both. I think if I did do a legacy model, it would be a little bit of my past kendama history, and then just something new, something part of my life and where I'm at now. Yeah. I'd probably change the color. Maybe go with the army green I liked, but I think colors would have to be updated a little bit. And
would you go multicolor or like a monotone of one solid color, like a gradient of?
I definitely do multiple colors, but shading would be sick. But for tracking reasons and just playability, I would definitely do multiple colors. And
And engravings, there's been a lot of push with or new tech of where engravings can be on a can. Back in the day, it was just like the original totem spot, like right where the base up between the slip ring and stuff. I mean, the signature on the what would that be called? The can? I guess it was the can.
Yeah.
The shaft part, that shafty part. So, but now you can put you had a little, mountain design on the top cup, but now people are putting, Sweet's got that QR code on the inside of a cup. You could there's deal with it, put like a pattern within the cup as well, like some burn patterns.
I didn't realize we were there.
I mean, there's full kendamas covered in all sorts of engravings, even like the Smith mod with the red maze. Like,
I was gonna say, I think that was revolutionary of the time. Like, we didn't know if we were going to be able to do that, and he did that.
Yeah, but now like Chrome has a lot of their Kens are fully like burned, so there's like an interesting like pop of the original grain and then what's been burnt out,
like laser engraved.
Yeah, it's lasered.
Okay.
Yeah, same with like the new Sweets mod, except for the big cup, of course. The big cup is just a pad print of that Alyssa design. Shout out Alyssa.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, like where it says Sweets and shit up the spike and everything, that's all laser engraved as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if I were to do something new, I'd have to explore my options a little bit.
Yeah,
right.
Like you said, you got to do a little research into the new shit, see what people are doing.
I know. I'm a little off a little.
No, that's all good. You're still on planet Kendama.
Or,
you're just on your in your own little small town, right?
But I mean, you know, some people don't even care about that shit. They're like, aesthetics, who cares? I just want it to play really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
And the next one is from Haley Bischoff.
Hey.
She asks, would you rather have to eat a steak or never get to be to Space Lab again?
Oh.
If I went to Space Lab, then I could probably stomach this. Oh shit.
I didn't know it was going to be this difficult.
Oh,
yeah.
She did him dirty, man.
Yeah.
Why you got to do him like that?
That's a dirty. Yeah. It's a loaded question.
I'd help you out with the steak, buddy, so we could both go to the lab.
There we go. See, that's the end. Yeah, I would just. I would cheat.
Yeah, as much as I don't want to eat it either, I'd help you out just so we could go together.
Yeah, Space Lab.
And we'd make Bish have a bite too.
Yeah, there's no way she's
it's teamwork, Bish. Teamwork.
So let the people know what's so special about Space Lab that for the people who don't know about it.
Oh.
If you go to some kendama events, you'll end up in the Space Lab eventually, I think. That's as much as I can say. I think you guys were in the Space Lab in one of your episodes I witnessed.
Oh, yes.
In Japan?
Yes, we were. Yeah, the KWC episode from last year.
Yeah.
That was an epic episode.
Yes. I just now looking back on it, man, it's like I wish I had my camera rolling the whole time for that whole episode.
Dude,
but luckily we had some at the end.
Yeah.
It was nutty. But dude, come on, right? Everyone is not going to kendama events right now. Are you looking into are you looking into participating at all, Turner? Maybe by just watching the live stream or even competing?
Yeah. In what is it? NAKO
the online NAKO? Yeah.
I was just gonna ask if you're doing that.
I'll try and watch,
Hell yeah.
See what happens. Do you know when it is? I don't know when it is, but
October?
I believe it's October. Yeah, I don't know the exact dates. I think it's October. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'll do my best. Yeah, I watched a little bit of the World Cup, not a lot, and then my goal was to try and watch. Before the whole pandemic thing, I was really hoping to get out to one of the events at some point and just make a surprise appearance. But we'll see what happens.
You can still do that online. It's even easier.
There we go,
dude. Especially with the nice little green room that you make, Rob.
I was gonna say, I was just gonna shout that out. Actually, been doing the little green room on the side sesh. I started it with KWC. We'll see. I'll probably get the NAKO one going. I don't see why not.
Yeah. Let me know, Rod. I'd be stoked to do that. Actually.
Oh cool. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you'll get a link, buddy. Anybody who wants a link, hit me up. I'll try and get everyone. I can't promise everyone, but
right.
If I'm not working, I'll be there.
You can throw it on while you're working, just sound only. We'll talk to you until one of those tourists finds the fucking Avalanche zone. Then maybe
right. We have to turn it off.
Shit, guys, I gotta go. You just hear a rumble. Fucking tourists! Click.
But well, those are the questions from the Patreon. Thank you, everyone.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. And that is a good sesh.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a super good sesh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Much love to all the Patreons helping us out and giving us the questions and shit like that, helping us extend the episode an extra couple minutes when we run out of shit to say.
Right.
And Turner, man, thanks for coming to join us, dude. It's been a pleasure to hang out and chat and get to record it and go deep into some nerd shit so all the other nerds can learn a thing or two. And
happy to be here, guys. Miss both you guys and the whole Dama community. And I'm not gone. I'm just hiding in the woods.
Hell yeah.
I'm hibernation mode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely bug Colin whenever he we locked down a schedule, bug him about that.
Oh, we're gonna get him.
You.
Coming for you, Colin.
No leopard, man. You can't find him.
We'll find him, buddy. I'm on the hunt. Yeah. I'm on the hunt. I got my night vision goggles Predator, on.
Yeah.
Coming, Colin.
He'll be good. He'll talk your ear off.
Oh, I know. It'll be a fucking 5-hour episode. It's
gonna be a good one. It'll be like cut into like 2 parts or some shit, dude.
I'm not much of a talker, so I know he'll be.
Key.
We got some good stories out of you. Don't sell yourself short, buddy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but yeah, definitely huge thanks for being on the show and again unleashing some old knowledge, some stuff that maybe possible people don't know about who Turner Thorne is. People don't know that shit that they just did at last week's jam was a trick that already was invented called the Turner. This is something that's been done already.
Or the returner.
The returner. I don't think anybody's.
I was just gonna say, I don't think anybody's just like, oh yeah, look at this. I figured this out.
That is, that's specific to Turner. Totally.
Hell yeah.
But episode 41, thank you, Turner. Thanks everyone for listening. If you want to support, one easy thing you can do is just share the Dama Nerds episodes and these shows with your other Dama friends if they're looking to get some more information about the history or the fun backstories of different travel that happens within the kendama community and all these kendama pros. And even if you want to go a little further, you can even support on Patreon. Thank you so much to everyone that does that. Super grateful.
Oh yeah,
the numbers are growing, and I'm just so excited that I can continue to provide these awesome stories, which is hard to find unless you know these people. Especially in Turner's case, like because he's out in the woods. You
got to know what neck of the woods to look in.
That's right.
Watch out for the bears.
Yeah. Apparently they like you. Hell yeah. Well, I guess we've said all we had to say. So on that note, the nerds are out.